Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. In this video, I'm going to be going over PES 2021 season update for mobile. This just came out recently, a few days ago, I guess you could say. This is not a new update in the terms that new features, new everything. This is just basically an update to the previous season because they didn't have, I guess, enough time during all of quarantine and COVID to make a new version with more features, etc. So what they did is they updated teams, players, and manager data. So they updated player data, manager data, team data, fixed issues, changed graphics. So there is some change to this. Not a whole lot of change like last season, like new features and things. So the only thing you'll see different is the looks, like some of the graphics. There's some new cover stars, Marcus Rashford, Alphonso Davies, and Messi stays from last season. Cristiano Ronaldo joins. Cristiano replaces Marilyn Pjanic. Messi stays the same, obviously. Alphonso Davies replaces Gnabry. And Marcus Rashford replaces Scott McTominay. So that's that. There's some graphical changes in that way. There's some in the actual app with different menus and things having different looks. But as far as the graphics of the game, they're still good and they're still the same. So when I tap on it, it says download with latest commentary data. No thank you. So instead of it being PES 2020, they did change the name even though it's not a update as far as features. There you can see the cover stars. And as you see, when I just logged on, server load reduction, they're having to limit players from playing because there's been a lot of players interested again because of the update, and their servers can't handle it all. The first screen, you can see that my team has changed. The practice is now Barcelona. The achievements is now Boca Juniors. These are some of the graphical changes they've added, just picture changes. Let's go to the match page, and you can see that eFootball, I think, has changed. Event mode has new kits. Friend matches Arsenal, and campaign is Juventus. So you can see over at tabs like extras and contracts, the new graphical changes for the pictures. We'll go to forwards, and as you can see, Messi has his rating stay the same, 94. New picture though. Ronaldo has a new picture. I think Neymar's is the same. Lewandowski's is different. But the actual card design has changed a little too. Players' stats have gone up and down. They've also changed positions. Mo Salah's has gone down. Looks like Griezmann has too, I think. But new pictures were added. New artist pictures were added for the faces also. Ratings changed. One thing I haven't noticed change, which is pretty weird, is that the clubs that the players play at haven't changed that I've noticed. Some may have, but players like Suarez, they didn't just move like last week before they could change it. They've moved several weeks ago. He still says Barcelona. Let's look at some others. Leroy Sané, his says Bayern Munich, so that got changed. Gonzalo Higuain says Juventus still, which he's been moved on from there for a while. Bale still says Real Madrid. And some of these moves didn't just happen, so I don't know why they still say that. So that's something I don't like about this season update. They didn't really put a lot of work into it like they should have. Let's look at the midfielders. Looks like some of the pictures have changed. Ratings have changed. Joshua Kimmich has a pretty good rating. Same as N'Golo. Same as Busquets. Just behind Casemiro and Kevin De Bruyne is the top one. Look at defenders. Virgil van Dijk, 91. Ramos, 90. Varane, 88. PK's 87. Interesting that Robertson's 85, but Trent is 87. That's interesting. Let's look at the goalkeepers. And, of course, there's the Japanese league, too. Goalkeepers, Oblak is 91. Allison is 90. Neuer, Ter Stegen, 89. David De Gea is 88, and so is Ederson and Courtois. Donny Ramos only 85, which is a little surprising. Kepa's 83, so hopefully he can get out of this bad spell. But anyway, that's the player ratings. So the player ratings have changed with their facial. Some of the club data for the players have changed, but not all. It's kind of disappointing. If they didn't add new features, surely they had time to update some of the simple things like that. Some managers disappeared, like Ernesto Valverde, which I had. He disappeared because he's not managing anymore. If you go to managers, you can see the ones on the market for me right now. Some have pictures and some don't. But anyway, that's just some of the things that have changed in PES 2021. I don't really need to show you any match play because nothing has really changed in that regard. Only graphics, like you can see on these different screens. The player stats, which I just showed you, along with some club data mixed in. Club data as far as which players that they have and which kits they have, I think those have changed. The kits have for sure, and so have the players, some of the players' stuff. You can look at the uniforms for Barcelona, and they have changed. So they have changed some club data. They have changed some player data with some new stats and new pictures, but not all the club data for the players has changed. The graphics have changed, like I said. The music has changed. And the last thing, they said some issues were fixed, so that's awesome. But not a big update, but it's enough to get people back interested somewhat. It has me. As you can see, my team, all my players are pretty much now and later, except the ones I've gotten for Legends and Iconic Moment. I got Aguero fully trained. That was awesome. So all of the players virtually carry over. The featured players' cards changed to basically just the legacy ones, or whatever you want to call it. The ones that come from the old version to the new version. So they don't look special anymore. They just are gray like the other carryover players. Before we go, let's take a look at the official release notes of PES 2021. So here it is, 5.0.0, updated team, player, and manager data. So I went over that. I went over the player data and their stats and their pictures. The managers, I went over some, and the updated team stuff. They have enhanced visuals, which I was talking about with the graphics of like the pictures and the imagery have changed. New music, like I said, and a number of issues were fixed. So a decent update. It's a big update, obviously, and it would be in the middle of a season, but for when they usually have an even bigger update with new features and things, it's kind of disappointing. I don't know why exactly they couldn't just have extended the season longer and had some new features come along, but like FIFA did, but at least they updated some data, reset the squads, and made it more fun to play again because I've kind of gotten out of it, but it's nice they've updated it. Good job to them for that. Wish maybe some new features and things could have been added, but maybe in the future, maybe a January update, or maybe the next season, PES 2022, will have a huge update. Who knows? But we just got to be thankful what they did add because it made the game more interesting again. But updated team, player, manager data, enhanced visuals, and new music, and a number of issues were fixed. So that's all that was included. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below what you think about the new season update. And please subscribe if you like my content or think that it's helpful or funny or whatever. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good time playing PES 2021 season update. Goodbye.